Welcome back to Minimal Momento. Today I will be sharing a tote bag tutorial. To make this bag I used 89 by 41 centimeters lightweight cotton canvas and two 7 by 73 centimeters strap pieces. I started by aligning the front sides together, clip them to hold the layers and sew it around the sides with 1 centimeter seam allowance. Then I cut any excess fabric. I turned the front side out and flat the edges with the iron. And again, I sewed the sides with 1 centimeter seam allowance. I folded the straps in half, then the edge 1 centimeter away from the middle. Press it, and I did the same on the other side. Then I brought the edges together and clipped to hold them in place. After I sewed down both long sides very close to the edge. Next, I measure and press down the top edge 1 centimeter towards the front side all around. And again, I press down 2.5 centimeters towards the front side and make sure that it's the same measurement around the top edge and secure them with clips. With the iron, I gave a good press to flatten the fabric. After I folded in half to mark the center and tuck in the straps 6 centimeters away from the middle crease, and I did the same on the other side of my strap. Before sewing them, I folded the straps up straight and used 2 clips on both sides to hold them together. I flipped my back and did the same on the other side. And I sewed 2 lines 3 mm from the folded bottom part and the other 3 mm away from the top edge. Last step, turn right side out and the first bag is ready. For the second bag, I used 78 by 50 centimeters lining fabric, 54 by 50 centimeters outer fabric, 2 pieces of 14 by 50 centimeters, and 2 pieces of 3.5 by 62 centimeters. I made the straps the same way I did on the first bag. For the outer fabric, as I want it to be 2 tones, I attach one piece on the top, then I clip the right sides together and sew them, and I did the same on the other top side. I cut any excess fabric and iron it to make the seams flat. Then I line up the edges on the top and the sides, fold it in half and mark the middle. I lay the straps down 1 centimeter above the top edge of the bag, folding them just to make sure they are securely sewed and make sure the straps are not twisted. After the first strap is in place, I repeated the same with the second strap, and I sew it across the strap's ends ½ centimeter away from the top edge. Next, I place the right sides together, clip them and sew the sides with 1 centimeter seam allowance. With my fingers, I press and made a crease in the middle. To box the corners, I flattened the corners to form a V shape, with the seam going down towards the center. When everything is lined up, I measure 6 centimeters down and 12 centimeters along the side and drew a line along the tape edge. I sew directly on the marked line on each corner. Then trim off the corners, leaving a ½ centimeter seam allowance. Moving to the lining, I fold it in half and clip the front sides together, and again sew the sides with 1 centimeter seam allowance. Leaving a gap of 10 centimeters on one side. I decided to add a pocket to the back. I folded in half this piece and I sew it, leaving a gap on one side. And after, turn the right side out. I pressed all the edges and marked the center. I marked the middle on the lining too and align it with the pocket, pin it and sew it. And turn out the front side. For the corners, I repeated the same steps from the outer fabric. As an extra, I did a design on the back using embroidery thread. With the lining still inside out, I placed the outer inside the lining, so right sides are together. I line up the side seams together and the top edges and clip them together. Then I sew it all the way around with a 0.5 centimeter seam allowance. And through the hole of the lining, I pull the whole back right side out. Then I match up the edges and sew a top stitch near the edge to close it up. Next, I push down the lining inside the back. I made sure the lining was sat correctly in the corners of the outer fabric. I iron and press the top edge of the back and sew a top stitch all the way around, about 0.5 centimeter away from the edge. To finish, I gave it a good press and it's done. As always, thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification to get notified when we upload a new video. Don't forget to leave a comment, like and share this video. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram. Como siempre, gracias por vernos y espero que te haya gustado este video. Asegura de suscribirte a nuestro canal, presiona la campana de notificación para que no te pierdas ninguno de nuestros nuevos videos. No te olvides de dejar tu comentario, darle te gusta y comparte este video. También nos puedes encontrar en Facebook y en Instagram.